Welcome back to the channel.
What's going on, everyone? So I think Mark went over what he was working on last time. So he was getting the strut towers done. He got pretty much everything done. I just need to go in here. I'm gonna plate this back area and get rid of this ugly lip that runs all the way up here. So he got those done, got them notched in there, made a couple little filler panels for where the shock tower is it's kind of sketchy, just because of the bends in it, but I gotta weld these in just to make it look a little better. But yeah, the front is pretty much done. I'm gonna add one more bar from here to here for the motor plates, and that's what I'm gonna try to get done this weekend. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna clean off the firewall because I've not been looking forward to doing this, but it needs to be done because there's a bunch of patch panels that need made. But there's the paint on this is it's like tractor paint, I guess, is what I would describe it as. So it's not like an actual paint. It's kind of sticky and gooey. So it really sucks to grind off, but I'm gonna kind of have to tackle it and just deal with it. So that's what I'm gonna start with first. I'm gonna grind that off, get what I can mostly, just kind of get the bulk of it off. And then I'm gonna go in, like I said, get that panel off, get this panel off and set a piece of probably 1/8 inch something in there. Then I'm gonna run a bar from here to here, like I said, for the motor plates. And then probably going to set the motor. I really need to, so we need to make frame plates. So it needs to go from here, back here, motor plate or mid plate there, motor plate here. But I need to finish these. We're gonna plate this on the K-member and have these probably stop here with a small turn piece, with a 4-bolt, kind of like cross member flange, same thing. That way we can remove the K-member, and then up here we're gonna use 1/2 inch 4-bolt K-member so we can take the K-member out, but when we bring it back up, we can still, have everything supported. So I did get these set, kind of welded everything. These are kind of at an up angle, and if I would have, I guess, I don't know, I wanted as much clearance here as possible, so I made this little bend at the end to kick it up to get this kind of tucked up in the bumper. This actually hangs lower than the front bumper, so put a little kink there. I guess I should have put it back here, that way these would be level, but the more we thought about it, it doesn't really matter. Just when you put the front end on, you'll just have to set it up a little higher, and then it'll slide down in there and kind of stay there, which isn't a terrible thing because it'll be locked in there and it'll be set. So I'm gonna try to get done today. Today's Saturday, so I'm hoping to come out tomorrow also, but we'll see how it goes. This weekend's a little busy, trying to get stuff done around the house. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Did also forget to mention that we got our carbon tubs from Jerry Bickle. They are the composite 36-inch mini tub type. They don't look mini right now, but probably the width is probably gonna stay the same, but we cut a lot of this out. This will not have the full tub area, but as you can see, there's 2 sets here. So one set is actually being used on John's car, and it's going to be a 4-link car, just like the shop car. Kind of getting detail set on that, but it's going to be kind of the same back half section as the shop car. So kind of exciting. We're getting parts. Trying to pick out parts that are hard to come by right now. Trying to get parts that I know are going to be a struggle later on, so kind of collecting not in the right order, but trying to do stuff so we can keep this flowing. Right now it's a lot of just fabrication stuff. It's a lot of welding, grinding, that type of stuff. So I'll be real excited when we're done with that. We do it every day here. So it'd be nice to do something a little bit different on our shop car, eventually get to like wiring, plumbing, setting, putting the actual motor in it, stuff like that, just because it's just different from what we do all the time. So hopefully we can keep the parts rolling in and keep you guys up to date and get a car ready. So went a little overboard, and I just went ahead and stripped the firewall. I wasn't gonna completely do that at first. I said I was kind of gonna prep it, but I just went ahead and basically got most of what I could reach in. Actually, Mike just stopped by. Mike's the one with the Fox body over there, and we were talking about getting the cars media blasted. So I might go ahead and do that. This is like I said earlier, it's a farm implement type flat black, so it's real, like, I don't know, it's gooey, I guess. It's not a paint, it's just, I don't know, it's gross. And I'm not a fan, and if we want to wrap the car, it's gonna have to not have that on it. So even if we do like a single stage paint just as a base coat and then wrap it, I think that's kind of what we're gonna head towards and do that. It'd make it a lot easier if it was just stripped bare. So I got that all sanded down, because even before media blast, I still need to fill all these holes. I don't want any holes in the firewall for fire or anything to get through. So I went ahead and stripped all of it down, welded these seams. I cut these seams back. When you have Fox bodies that are super low, the tire is super close to the seam on both sides, so I went ahead and stripped those and got those welded back up. I actually welded that one the other day while Mark was working on the tube front, so I got this side welded up. And big shout out to Mark. He's been working late this past week and a few other weeks, trying to get the shop car moving. I can't always be out here as long as he can, just because I got a kid inside. So he knocked out the whole front this week. He did all the strut tower stuff, which is super time consuming. It's just time consuming. That's all there is to it. There's a lot of trimming and fitting and making this look nice, so you can just weld it in there. So he killed it on this. I gotta give him a shout out. He's been working with us just for right at a year. I think last month on the 23rd was his year anniversary. So he's made huge improvements. I'm not the best teacher. We still learn things every day. It's just how a team works together. We bounce ideas off each other. There's some days I don't have an idea for something, and I tell him to run with what he has. So super proud of him. He's been doing really well on a lot of the stuff and killing it on even welding. He's been tackling a lot of the welding stuff. The only things I pretty much weld are the main structure of the cage, and that's pretty much it. Like the 25-2 cages and 25-3 Fox body cages that we do. I'll weld all those, but he's been welding all the little projects like Mike's battery box. What else? He welded some of the front end. Just a lot of other little stuff. So big shout out to Mark. He's been killing it. So I think that is it for tonight. It's like 9 o'clock. I'm going to go inside and come back out tomorrow. Tomorrow I am going to fill this hole because it's going to be behind the motor plate mount. So I'm going to try and pull this back out. It's been dented probably for headers or something at some point. I think that's it on that. I'm going to fill that. I'm going to get these capped and welded. Probably go ahead and weld most of this. That way it is done. I still got to run these bars and probably do these strut bars here and see how long that takes. I don't know if I'll be able to mount the motor or not. I was hoping to get a lot done this weekend, but that's how it goes. I'll probably stay out during the week, during the night, and knock out some more stuff. So see you tomorrow. All right, so we're back out here. It's a Sunday. It's actually a pretty nice day out. I'm working on the shop car. I got this frame plate made, like I said, I was going to last night. I still got the other one. I just got a cardboard template made. And then after those are done, I'm probably going to weld most of this out. That way it is in there and secure. And then I am going to work on getting a little patch panel for this. I got to hammer and dolly this out a little bit to make it smooth, but get a patch panel made for that. And then I'm going to start setting the motor in here, getting it set and ready to go. That was kind of the goal this weekend. I still got to make these little bars here, but it's not too terrible. One end's flat and the other end's notched, so not awful, but getting it straight is important. Hopefully you guys can hear. John's on the other side. I think we finally decided just to do the 4-link setup. He doesn't want to build the car again. He just wants, if it takes a little longer, he just wants it to be done and right. The torque arm stuff it's okay. It works. With running Samsel's car last year, it wasn't, it's just tough to get a handle on. There's not a huge tuning window on the suspension setup, so figured best way is probably just to 4-link the car, because I mean, like a stock box body, you can go, I mean, it's basically a 4-link setup anyway. So with a Camaro, that's either torque arm or ladder bar 4-link. So kind of decided on a 4-link. He's getting started over there, cutting on it. Kind of the background of that car being here is kind of started out as an 850 and then turned into like a 25.5, and then it went to a 25.3. And John's been my buddy for a long time, so it was kind of the original shop car, and we worked on it at nights and stuff, and just life gets in the way, I guess, and we kind of decided to we're just gonna finish it during the day, during normal business hours. So he's cutting some of it out now to give us a head start. That way we can finish the tubing. He has a housing that we're gonna use, but he's getting started on it. Yeah, I'm fine. So this was the original setup. It was kind of just the normal torque arm setup, and then watching Samsel struggle all year, decided to make it official and go 4-link, so we don't have to do this over again in a year when the car doesn't work.
We made an executive decision.
Yes, executive decision.
Unfortunately for my wallet.
But it'll be done after that.
So there's a really nice fabricated 9-inch torque arm setup for sale now.
Yeah, if anyone's looking, it's a pretty nice setup. So
unused. Mock-up only.
Look how much weight you're cutting here, though.
The frame rails for sure.
Yeah.
The center 10 was nothing, but
this would be interesting to see how much that
weighs.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Might have a pretty light F-body here.
Might
be close to Fox body stock weight.
Probably. Nah, it'll be lighter than that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the same concept. I mean, you cut on the shop car.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same shit. You're just gonna cuddle on there.
Yeah, then I won't be able to lean on it like this no more.
Nope.
Have to be careful if you lean on it at the track. Might push the whole quarter in. I said from the beginning I'm going to do it this last time because I've had this car parked so many times. This is the final time.
Yeah.
Then we'll just do a different car.
Yeah. I'll just build something else.
Yeah. No more with this thing. This is the final form.
Yes.
It'll be nice though.
Yeah. Be fast.
Oh, I don't know about that, but it'll be nice.
Well, if you cut out 100 pounds of
Frame rail.
frame rail, if not more.
I was gonna say, I bet it's probably pretty close to that. That's a lot of frame rail, and it's all
Thick.
like three,
That's like
4
doubled up. Yeah.
layers thick. Yeah.
Yeah, where a Fox body's like one.
Yeah.
Small
Fox bodies are squishy compared to this thing in the back. Yeah, because this is all
It's like
ribbed,
3 layers.
ribbed for her pleasure, all along the sides.
Yeah, literally, it's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, getting all of this out of here is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, just sell it to Samsung.
Lightly used mini tubs
Yeah,
for sale.
lightly used.
Well,
These are new.
mocked up. My bad. That's custom.
This.
All of it.
Oh yeah. Very custom.
Yeah. Mini tubs
Just
are
like
not.
carbon everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, at this point, if it's cheaper than 10,
Yes.
I like it.
Carbon's easy. You don't have to bead roll it, so it doesn't sound like a tin can.
Literally. Pepsi can.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have fun.
Yeah, I'm trying.
We'll work on the shop car. Trying to keep you guys updated and hopefully make some progress. It's already like 11, so you know, it's how it goes sometimes. That's what she said?
Yep. That is what she said.
So Mark's working on making a rear block-off panel for this because we got the battery in a non, I guess, NHRA certified box. So I had to make a little kind of panel that runs along the back to seal off the trunk from the driver compartment. Had to pull some of the stuff back out. Working on the getting the dash fit, motors back out of it. Got the fire suppression tabs done on the front. Motor's sitting over here, or at least the mock-up block with the heads on it. Working on. Mark's trying to tell me everything he did. He's proud. He's proud of his work. So got weight bar tabs. I don't know if you heard that. Weight bar tabs, brake line tabs are done. The stuff you don't really think about until you start putting a car together. Got a fire aid system going in the car. These are now on the website. Also, we have both. This is a 10-pound system with the auto activation block, and then we have the 20-pound systems on there. We'll be adding a couple more in a little bit. So another option for you guys. I am working on getting the outside header, I guess the bullhorns worked on, getting them finished welded, and then I got to do all of the O2 bungs and the PGT bungs. These have kind of a washer that fits over them, like so. So they sit in there. These sit really close to the cylinder. They'll be pretty much right about there. So they're got to brace them a little bit more, like a lot more heat. So that's about it on Mike's car. Gavin's singing over there, so he's keeping the music alive. We got some Horton buttons in there on the other side. So we got these cool buttons, the fit in the strange, or the not the strange, I guess the strange quick disconnect in the wheels, steering wheels, the Grant steering wheels. I think they fit in a few more, but they're pretty cool. And we got turbo mounts for the shop car. A lot been going on this week. Getting Mike's car wrapped up. We got inventory somewhat figured out. Got most of our part numbers put in. So getting a lot more tabs and stuff drawn up so we can have stuff ready to go for you guys and the it's in-house cars. This is Dustin Weber's car. Set up the rear end on it. He took it out last week. Had a couple issues, but he just got this car running a couple weeks ago, so pretty cool seeing customer cars head to the track and start making passes. It's always a cool time of the year, and everyone's been working on stuff all winter, and then finally get to go to the track. So not a lot of updates on Jason's car. I'm trying to finish up Mike's car because I know he's itching to get out and race. Got this one is going to be, this is our welded chassis. This one's going to be going to Clay Motorsports. Those guys. So the plan is for this one is to build this chassis and then hold on to it. We're going to store it for them. And in a couple months, they're going to actually ship the car up here, and we're going to put the chassis in the car and get it basically roller ready. So that way, I think they're out of Georgia, so they're going to ship the car up here. Yeah, basically get it ready for them. This one is Justin's that you guys saw in the last video. This one's going to Florida. We actually kind of, with all the wood shortages and how expensive it is, we couldn't find, our normal pallet supplier was not making custom pallets, which is a huge issue for us because the cage kits we ship are a 56 by 48 inch pallet, which is a custom size. So yeah, real tough. So we had to, those chassis get shipped on a 120 by 56 inch pallet. So we actually had to go buy our own material and get it made. So waiting for Dustin's car to get picked up, and then we are going to get this one over there, get it palletized and ready to go. As far as the shop car goes, I didn't spend a ton of time out here this week. Had a lot going on. So not much got done. This weekend I'm hoping to get the motor mounted. That's like the goal. I did get a deck lid in. The one I had, the Zeus holes are in the wrong spots. I'm gonna sell that one. So got this one from VFN. So it's a direct fit, but we're gonna have to trim down these little edges they left. I don't know. I mean, I guess if we weren't using these racecraft rails, it wouldn't be an issue. But these have these rails, so we're gonna have to trim off this rail. That way it sits flush on there. Went and picked up the carbon tubs. These from Jerry Bickle. They're the 36 inch tubs. They're the carbon composite because really don't need the full carbon because we're not rich, right, Mark?
What?
We're not rich, right?
No.
So we got the carbon composite, and it'll look like carbon. That's the goal. But they're technically called carbon, but they have composite material, which is like basically fiberglass, in them. So kind of this side of the shop, been getting some done, getting a lot done. Just don't look like it because there's a lot of cars that are getting finished. So
All the small tedious stuff that takes forever.
Mark's got this panel out of cardboard. Make this fit.
Installed.
Yep, done. Ready to go.
Fireproof.
It's probably just as fireproof as these carbon tubs. They're supposed to be NHRA rated fire, but I don't
buy it.
I don't know how carbon. I mean, I guess it could, but you just gonna weld it to the body? Or are you
Haven't
gonna do
decided yet.
Oh, okay.
Kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or like a scallop strip or something.
Mm-hmm.
Scallop strip would probably be smarter. That way you can take it out.
Yes, most likely.
And I gotta figure out holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although if this one's covering it here, then I just gotta figure out.
Just need to figure out like here, this little area. This is the stuff that takes forever, and you don't think about. It's like, oh, it's just a simple panel, and then take 2 hours to fit one panel. That's the tough part. Mark did get these little Zeus's done on the body. So they on this wing, it's got a really long side panel which goes past the lights and everything. So if you don't either run a bar kind of up in here down to the other support strut, you got to connect it back to the body, and I think the body looks a little better and it tucks this down so it doesn't want to pull back out. So those will just be some black Zeus's, and they'll be solid, ready for some mile an hours.
And it should be enough wiggle room in it that you can adjust the wing up or down, like one hole on the
Oh yeah,
struts.
for all the downforce.
Yep.
All right, I think my piece is properly purged, and I'm gonna get to town on it.